Ohio has beautiful cities and towns, as well as parks and nature trails. Find out which places in Ohio are the best for taking pictures. Ohio is a great place to visit in the Midwest. Cedar Point, which is Ohio's best amusement park, is a popular place to visit. Cities like Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati are also popular places to visit. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ohio is a big state, and there is a lot to see and do there. Some tourists like to go to amusement parks or museums, while others like to take pictures and want to see the most beautiful parts of Ohio. The state has a lot of great places to take pictures. Ohio has a lot of places to take pictures, from nature trails and lighthouses to beautiful skyscrapers and sculptures. Here are Ohio's most beautiful and best places to visit. Before we start discussing in detail, please subscribe our channel and also press the bell icon as well. One of the most beautiful places to visit in Ohio is Old Man's Cave and Hocking Hills State Park. The Hocking Hills State Park in Ohio is a beautiful place to relax in nature. It has towering cliffs, hemlock-shaded gorges, and recessed caves that draw people in. The state park is a well-known place for eco-adventures in Ohio. It is in Hocking County. Old Man's Cave, where the reclusive old man Richard Rowe lived, is the most famous part of the park. The beautiful cave goes along the amazing Blackhand Sandstone Gorge. It has the Upper Falls, Upper Gorge, Middle Falls, Lower Falls, and Lower Gorge. Whether you go to Cedar Falls to see the biggest waterfall in the Hocking region, the Ash Cave and Whispering Cave, or the rough Cantwell Cliffs, each trip to this beautiful Ohio park is an out-of-this-world adventure. Marblehead State Park is one of the most popular and well-known places in the state. The Marblehead Lighthouse is the most photographed building in the small town of Marblehead, which is in Ottawa County. Since 1822, when it was built on the rocky shores of Lake Erie, the Marblehead Lighthouse has helped sailors find their way. The limestone shoreline around one of the oldest lighthouses that has always been in use on the Great Lakes was often mistaken for marble. The picnic areas at Marblehead Lighthouse State Park are great, and the views of Lake Erie, Sandusky Bay, and South Bass Island are mesmerizing. You can check out the Museum of History or climb to the top of the lighthouse at this seaside state park. The Cleveland Botanical Garden is a beautiful place to visit in Ohio. The Cleveland Botanical Garden is a beautiful garden right in the middle of the city. The Botanical Garden is a peaceful place to relax. It has a wide range of exotic plants and animals, as well as beautiful indoor gardens, a greenhouse, an art gallery, and a learning center. The cute glass house with a platform for looking up at the forest canopy and a lot of colorful flowers is a sight to see. Enjoy the walking paths that take you through themed gardens with birds, butterflies, and museums with greenhouses that are kept at a constant temperature. You'll be amazed by Cleveland's beautiful landscape at events like the Orchid Show in March and the Glow event in the winter. South Bass Island is a pretty island where many people go on vacation. South Bass Island is the Midwest's favorite island vacation spot. It is 3 miles from the south shore of Lake Erie. South Bass Island is a 33-acre place to get away from it all. It has beaches, wooded areas, camping spots, and a lot more. The South Bass Island Lighthouse has been a shining beacon since 1897, and it has amazing views of Lake Erie. Put-in Bay is the most beautiful of the South Bass Islands. It is known as the Key West of the North. The famous Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial stands tall in Put-in Bay. It is a memorial to the Battle of Lake Erie. Put-in Bay has something for everyone to enjoy. It has miles of shoreline, historic sites, and views of the water. Yellow Springs is a fun and unique village in Ohio that is surrounded by beautiful Ohio scenery. Yellow Springs is about 45 minutes west of Columbus. Many of its bright buildings and shops show how free-spirited the town used to be. Visit the Glen Helen Nature Preserve to see the magical Yellow Spring flowing through the pine forest, or go hiking in the Clifton Gorge State Nature Preserve. Cuyahoga Valley National Park in northeast Ohio is a beautiful place to visit. The Cuyahoga Valley National Park is the only national park in the state of Ohio. It is close to the cities of Cleveland and Akron. The Cuyahoga Valley National Park protects more than 33,000 acres of natural resources. It is mostly made up of the Cuyahoga River, rough gorges, tree-covered hills, and open farmlands. You can walk miles of trails through beautiful forests on the Towpath Trail and Virginia Kendall Ledges, the Brandywine Falls, which drop 65 feet along the limestone gorges, are the most popular falls in the park. At the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, you can take a themed trip through beautiful scenery. Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Gardens in Ohio is a popular and beautiful place to visit. The Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Gardens are just 2 miles east of downtown Columbus. They have world-class horticulture and nature-based exhibits. The conservatory and botanical gardens are in the 88-acre Franklin Park. They have collections of exotic plants, displays, outdoor gardens, and seasonal exhibits. The conservatory was built in 1895, and it is now a National Historic Place of Ohio. The historic John F. Palm House, which shines at night, is on the eastern side of Franklin Park. Every time you go to the Franklin Conservatory, you'll find something new. Mulliken State Park is a beautiful and quiet place to go to get away from it all. The Mulliken State Park was once called the Clear Fork State Park. It is just 5 miles south of Loudonville in Ashland County. The beauty of the state park and the nearby Mulliken Memorial State Forest is unmatched. Mulliken State Park is on 1,110 acres of land and is in the northwest corner of Ohio. Explore some of Ohio's most interesting places, like the Clear Fork Gorge, the Hemlock Forest, and the Mulliken River, all of which are in the vast wilderness. You can enjoy the covered bridge, hike the Lions Falls Trail, or just watch the strange landscape from a fire tower. The park is in a beautiful part of Ohio and is open all year. Great Falls of Tinkers Creek is one of Bedford's most beautiful places to see. Great Falls of Tinkers Creek is the Ohio waterfall that not many people know about. It is a waterfall in the city, just south of downtown Bedford. The 20-foot-high waterfall is also called the Big Falls. It falls into Tinkers Creek. The Great Falls is one of the widest falls in Ohio. It is part of the Viaduct Park. In addition to the beautiful waterfall, the Viaduct Park has the ruins of a grist mill, a sawmill, an old viaduct that used to carry trains over Tinkers Creek, and a tunnel that the creek flows through. With beautiful views, lookouts, and walking paths that fit in with the beautiful nature around them. The covered bridges of Ashtabula County are a colorful and charming historic site. Ashtabula County has 19 beautiful covered bridges, and each one takes you back to a different time. A simple way to go back in time through Ohio's famous bridges, from the shortest to the longest. The simple beauty of the buildings and colorful crossings, set against the rolling hills and vineyards, will leave you speechless. The Mechanicsville and Windsor Mills Bridge was built in 1867 and is the oldest documented bridge. The Netcher Road Bridge shows how neo-Victorian architecture can look. Liberty Street is the shortest way across the bridge, and the Smolin Gulf Bridge, which is 613 feet long and a work of art, is the longest. Headlands Beach State Park is a popular beach spot in northern Ohio that people love to visit. Headlands Beach State Park is in Mentor, close to Paynesville Township. It has the longest natural beach in Ohio. Headlands Beach State Park on Lake Erie is a great place to swim and sunbathe. It has miles of dunes, washed-out pebbles, and many Atlantic coast plant species. The Headlands Dunes State Nature Preserve, which is right next door, lets you see what the natural habitats are like in this beautiful area. The northern shoreline of Ohio is a real gem. You can go for a swim or hike along the trails. Stan Highwood Hall and Gardens is a charming historic house museum in Akron, Ohio. Stan Highwood Mansion is a great example of an American country estate from the industrial age. It was built by an American inventor, Frank Sieberling, and is now a museum. The estate is in Akron, which is known as the rubber capital of the world. It has a historic Tudor Revival manor house with 650 rooms, a Gothic Revival conservatory, and well-kept gardens. The mansion was finished in 1915 and is one of the largest public homes in the U.S. Stan Highwood is the oldest National Historic Landmark in Akron. It is made up of 64,500 acres of land. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.